Super excited because I recently ordered and it actually came in the mail today. My very first, this book actually I owned before but lost. This is my very first EU source book that I ever purchased. So backtracking a little bit, I got into the EU in 1997, and even though we had the Marvel comics and the Brian Daly, the EU really kicked off in 91 and went pretty much full force up until 2014. So in 97, I was trying to get everything, I was fully immersed. So when I discovered that there was these source books, and a mini encyclopedia about everything that I was reading at that time, it just blew my mind. So when I found it at the bookstore, I obviously bought it, and I'm so happy that I found it again, that I purchased it. The book I'm referring to is A Guide to the Star Wars Universe by Bill Slavicsek. This was published in 1994. And it has everything of the EU, mostly everything I want to say, up until 94, obviously. So had the planets, the characters. I remember reading throughout the EU, through the comics and novels, and going back and referring to this book over and over again. I love this book so much. Remember, this is up until 94, so later on, this is way before the prequels, way before we got the first Star Wars encyclopedia, which I'm going to showcase as well later on, and way before the 3-volume set. So obviously, as the Star Wars expanded universe was growing and expanding, the encyclopedias started getting bigger and bigger and bigger with more and more information as this universe grew. But yeah, I remember clearly reading, this is before the prequels once again, and discovering that Palpatine was actually a senator, and that just blew my mind, and just wanted to read more about these characters, their backstory and everything. So definitely happy to have this book back in my possession, and super happy. Very cool piece of Star Wars EU history.